Dear viewers, my name is Ansi Segle. We are here at World Cup of Indoor Skydiving, Macau 2024. And please state your name and tell which discipline you are competing in and from which country you are coming.
Well, my name is Dawson Hinton. I'm competing in Dynamic 2A and we come from Canada.
Great to have you here, Dawson. You know, my grandfather is buried in Niagara Falls. I feel like Canadian.
Yeah, good. Well, we're happy to have you as part of our team.
Nice. Okay, how did you get started in indoor skydiving?
Yeah, so I started in November of 2017.
Okay.
That's when I did my course to become an instructor. And then we opened a new tunnel in Whitby in 2018. So I've been flying since February 2018.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how was it so far?
Oh man, it's been a crazy ride. I remember the first time I walked into the tunnel, I saw the instructor go all the way up and I was like, oh my God, one day I'm gonna do that. And you know, slowly but surely, you kind of learn, you see some coaches, you get a little bit better, you do a competition here, you do a competition there, and next thing you know, you're sitting in Macau for the World Cup of Indoor Skydiving.
Cool. What motivates you to participate in this championship?
I think one of the biggest things is having a goal to push yourself towards, you know. In indoor skydiving, there's a lot of times where we kind of fly, we have fun, but setting a goal for yourself, you know what, I want to try to achieve this objective. We set a plan, we train for it, and then we get to show all of the people that we know that are supporting us something that we've worked towards. So it's about kind of setting that goal and then presenting that to everyone.
Nice. How do you prepare physically and mentally for the competition like this?
So physically, we try to do a lot of training outside of the tunnel because we don't get to do that much training inside the tunnel. So we do a lot of running and we do a lot of like dirt diving and mental rehearsal. So we walk a lot, we talk about things, we try to see as much as we can and do as much outside of the tunnel. And then inside the tunnel, typically what we'll do is we'll kind of do it like a workout set. So we'll have 1, 2, or 3 different exercises that we're gonna do, and we'll go through each of those 3 or 4 times. We'll come out, we'll watch the video, see what we can do, we'll go back in, and we kind of repeat that process for the different types of training that we're going to have. Okay,
great. What specific skills or techniques have you been working on?
We've been trying to work a lot on linked maneuvers. So in our free routine, there's like 3 or 4 different times where we like get together, and so trying to figure out how to fly 2 people as one person and not 2 individual people, that's a really big thing. And what we noticed when we started flying, their first competition was in November, and we had the fanatics come up to our competition, and they were carving the whole time. And before that, we thought it was a lot more of like stalls, like back and forth,
yeah.
But we noticed that we're a lot quicker. So we've been trying to work on kind of keeping the momentum going throughout the whole speed round instead of like starting and stopping. That's been a big thing that we've been trying to work on.
Okay, question. How would you describe your disciplines to the people who probably will be watching this for the first time?
Yeah, absolutely. You can think about it as a race, and there's 3 sections to each race, and we have to do that 3 times. So we have a snake, which is basically a figure 8 pattern that we have to do. We can either do it with our head up or with our head down. Then we have a vertical, which we have to go over and above a set of rings twice. And then we have to do a crossing pattern or a circular pattern. And we do that 3 times. And the team that does it the fastest without getting any penalties wins the race.
Okay. What's your bet for this year?
Oh boy, we have some super strong teams. I'm going to go with Fanatics number 1. I'm going to go with Aspire number 2 and Singapore number 3, but who knows, we'll see. It's they got some big teams and some powerhouses, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Okay, cool. Do you have any pre-competition rituals or routines?
Absolutely not. We go in there, we look at each other, we give a high five, we take a big deep breath, and that's it, we go in.
Great. What's the most challenging aspect of indoor skydiving at the competitive level?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I think it's about trying to find the balance between pushing the pace and then not getting any penalties. The amount of time difference between each team is so small, you have to get as close as you can to those lines without crossing them, and crossing them once means the difference between 1st and like 6th place probably if you get 1 bust. So remembering where you are and making sure that you're clearing those lines each time is probably the hardest thing.
All right. How do you handle the pressure during your flights?
With us, it's our first competition, and we know that we're not quite at the caliber of the top probably 8 teams. So we've kind of come in here and said, you know what, we're gonna come here to enjoy ourselves. We're gonna do our best to put on a good show and try to keep the energy high for people. So eliminating the pressure of like we have to be number 1 or be number 2, and taking a step back and say let's just do the best we can. I think that kind of helps us stay grounded a little bit. But I mean, who knows? We'll see what happens. The crowd's watching. There's a whole bunch of people on the live stream, so you never know what's gonna happen. But we'll just do our best to try to have fun and enjoy it.
Okay, how do you reach the harmony? What's the essence of the harmony, you know, together to get it?
I think a big part of that is trust and communication. You have to have a lot of discussions with your partner. You have to really try to put yourself in their shoes. What are they flying? What are they seeing? What are they feeling like? Sometimes we'll switch roles. So I'll fly in my partner's place, my partner will fly in my place, so that we can get a better understanding of what they're feeling, and then have lots of discussion. But having that communication is the most important thing. If you guys don't have that, it's going to be really hard to trust each other and to fly together as a team.
Great. What do you love the most about indoor skydiving?
Oh man, it's got to be that feeling of freedom. I've wanted to fly since I was a kid. You can go in there and you can do whatever you want. You can go up, you can go down, you can fly. It's like having a dream come true in real life, you know? I mean, you watch Peter Pan as a kid, and you see the birds flying. You go in there, you hear that noise, you feel the pressure, and you get to go do that. It's so much fun. I recommend it to anybody.
Cool. Where do you see yourself in 5 years in this sport?
I would like to maybe do a couple more competitions and get to the point where we're kind of organizing events and trying to bring that level up in Canada. It's still quite small in Canada. We only have 4 tunnels right now. So trying to grow that sport and share that with as much people as we can. So kind of maybe 1 or 2 more competitions, but then trying to help organize events and kind of make that sport grow.
Isn't it ironic that AERODIUM is born in Canada?
It is. It's crazy. Your guys' tunnels start in Canada, and here we are. So hopefully we'll see some more of the tunnels come in, and we can grow that sport in Canada and North America. It'd be really cool. I still have yet to fly in an AERODIUM tunnel outdoor. I've seen Tom's in there. I know you guys did the Mission Impossible tunnel too. It is my dream to go fly in one of those outdoor tunnels one day. I'm going to make it happen for sure.
Cool. Any advice for aspiring indoor skydivers?
Oh man, the biggest thing is to try to take your time. I know it's a cliche, but we get so caught up when we're learning to compare ourselves to other people and how much time people have and how quickly people get good. But every person's going to be different. Every person has a different means. Take that time, enjoy the process, because once you've learned something, you can't go back to not knowing what that's like. So take your time, have fun, you know, share it with some friends, and fly by yourself too. A lot of times we go in there and we get coaching, we get coaching. It's okay to have some fun and fly with some friends, you know what I mean? Like, it's an important thing. Have some fun. That's why we do it. So share that time and have fun with your friends.
Great. And then I have a question about this particular tunnel.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what's your feel about this particular tunnel?
Man, there is a lot of interesting features in this tunnel. The first thing that we noticed, the floor. There's like a trampoline floor. It's nice and soft, so it'll make those landings coming in and out. You can really attack that exit. You can attack the entrance, and the floor is there to have a little bit of give. Very smooth tunnel. I love the fact that we have glass all the way up. We're on the 2nd floor, and we can still see people flying. So freestyle routines, dynamic free routines, you're going to be able to use all 20 meters of that tunnel, and you can use the whole thing. But typically, we only see that first, 10, 15 feet. It's hard to see that. So I love the fact that you can use the entire tunnel in your routine. Very clean, very smooth wind, and it's a great vibe. I love it. It's an awesome tunnel.
Cool. If anything would be improved still,
yeah.
Do you have something in mind what could be improved?
Off the top of my head, I can't give you something. The only thing that I wish I could have done that I didn't get to do was jump out the base jump door.
Okay. Got it. Dawson, excellent interview. I wish you the best of championships.
Thank you so much.
I will be rooting for Team Canada.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thanks viewers.
See you guys.
See you.